Well, it's been a few weeks since Boris Johnson has faced a grilling in the House of Commons over those lockdown-busting parties in Downing Street. Understandably, the Ukraine crisis has totally dominated everything here at Westminster for the past month or so, but it was back on the agenda today at Prime Minister's question time after that move by the Met Police on Tuesday to issue 20 fixed penalty notices in relation to their investigations into partygate.
Talking of parties, Prime Minister, he told the House no rules were broken in Downing Street during lockdown. The police have now concluded there was widespread criminality. The ministerial code says that ministers who knowingly mislead the House should resign. Why is he still here?
Boris Johnson hit back by saying it was important that the Met was allowed to get on with its job of investigating the claims and that in the meantime the government would be getting on with its job. Beyond that, he didn't want to engage. He turned the conversation, the debate, back towards the UK support for Ukraine, onto sanctions against Russia and those with links to Vladimir Putin, and also in tackling the other big issue for the government at the moment, which is of course the cost of living crisis, and in particular the measures announced by the Chancellor last week. But the whole issue of partygate has become a bit of a problem for Boris Johnson today, and that's because earlier on, before PMQs, the Justice Secretary Dominic Raab, he was on the broadcast media round and he was asked very clearly, did the 20 fines issued by the police on Tuesday represent a breach of the law? And he replied very clearly that yes, that did represent a breach of the law. That is slightly at odds with the position of Number 10. Their position is that the Met is the judge of whether the law has been broken, and that the Prime Minister and his spokesman will not comment on this until the whole process by the Met has concluded. And we are, of course, expecting more fines to come over the next few weeks. The pressure on Boris Johnson has definitely subsided on this issue during the Ukraine crisis. Tory MPs who previously were calling for him to go have backtracked. Some who had even submitted letters to the 1922 backbench committee of Conservative MPs have withdrawn those letters. Many of them will sense that calling for a change in leadership at a time when there is a war raging in Europe just won't play well with the public. But as I say, the Met is likely to issue more fines, perhaps against even Mr. Johnson himself over the next few weeks. So there's no doubt that this issue has not gone away for the Prime Minister.